Jax McNamara, a 2012 thriller in Nonfiction.
Oh, can you all hear me? Yes. I'm going to do one poem and one excerpt from an essay. June. Is that okay, or is that going to screw up your video?
Oh. All right, go ahead.
June. More brightness than the body knows how to tolerate these days that last until 10. All that is mending but not yet fixed is so plain, such a fact in this excess of light. I cannot tell you what the medicine is before I make it, only that it requires the space after dreaming and before day. Sometimes it requires birds or torn paper, a recipe, a spell. Over time, we are growing. The locks, tricked open with credit cards and paper clips, the necessary cracks a little wider. Sun damage begins to show deltas, are opening from the corners of my eyes now, the evidence of what has rushed through and what continues to overflow. The wars inside my fists are quieter. The wars outside my room are louder. This city, this continent, I cannot let go of the thin sound of suffering behind the last hours of pink in the clouds. And this is from an essay in progress that's called How We Become Human. My best friend and I used to talk about keeping one foot in both worlds. We had both survived the experiences that get labeled as mania and psychosis, or spiritual emergency and shamanic initiation, depending which culture you were navigating. When we toured across the United States leading workshops about radical mental health, we would try to articulate this notion of keeping contact with the world of spirit, electricity, rocks that whisper, billboards that shout conspiracies and cosmic truths, apocalyptic sunsets full of myths and revelations that evaporate like water, disappearing off hot pavement when you finally come down. And then the world of toothpaste and bills, the seductive urgency of emails and resumes, weeds and doctor's appointments. When we mentioned the two worlds, all of us in the room who had been diagnosed crazy would exhale. Eyes like fireflies switching on at dusk. Permission, this too is real. In between land, both, you can have your own maps. The only answer is not drugs that close off your portals or authorities who help you adjust. The answers are keys in the dark, their edges barely visible in the half-light of screens and stoplights. Under the almost bright of the fingernail moon, we know them. We don't know them. We have buried them under streets and silence. We are digging and we are finding and we are losing. Someone told us. Someone forgot. I wish someone could have told me that the years spent journeying back and forth across in-between land would not be a waste, that the miles in the bad weather cannot be avoided. I wish I had known that I would get out of the burning house, that I had in fact already escaped a long time ago, and that the burning house lived on only in my muscles and my mind. I wish someone had handed me the word survivor, placed it in my palm like a blossom or a drill, told me to build altars and fix doors. I wish they had told me that I was not crazy when the missing memories erupted out of my spine like earthquakes, and that the earth stopped shaking when it's done. Even with all the aftershocks, even with all the fires, birds come back in the morning. You make breakfast and you go on. I wish someone had been brave enough to talk about what happens on this planet with unflinching words, like rape and neglect, words like lynching and genocide, followed by words like truth and solidarity and even liberation. I think they tried. I think I wasn't ready to know what would be required. Years would not work when minutes were unbearable. I wish someone had told me how long it would take to become capable of imagining a future again, and that it would come to pass.